Yo, what up, what up? Daniel Augustin here with a film room session of Multi-Hyphenate AF. I wanted to break down the Michigan versus Ohio State highlights. I'm not going to have every angle, so, I will be somewhat at a disadvantage, but I'm going to work around that. You dig? So let's get into it. Wanted to break this down, see if I can get this out by Sunday. I have a lot of theories as to what was going on. I watched this game. I watched a few games, watching like 3 different games at once. So there are certain things I miss, like there was a fight in the middle of the game. Didn't realize that, but this was clearly going to be a very hard fought game. Very physical game. This game was played like it was Michigan's kind of game. Michigan, honestly, would have these kinds of games where they're not that fiery on offense and they score when they can. Ohio State is the one that's normally not like that. They were taking what they can get at first, but sometimes I think Will Howard would get a little anxious. And maybe decide to do something with his feet. And sometimes there was nothing there because every single time one of his receivers caught the ball, there was a bracket. There was this triangle. Wolverines really came through with a hive-like, swarm-like mindset. Only other team I see that plays like that is Texas. Now, see, I love this. Jeremiah Smith, he's letting them know, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be, I understand if it's going to be physical, and I'm going to probably be the one that's making it more physical. I respect that. I love the energy. I wish there was a little bit more discipline out there. Now, see, Ohio State was moving the ball. They were moving the ball at the beginning of the game. So it's very concerning that they weren't able to move the ball in the second half. And I have a lot of opinions about that. We're going to get to that. Now, right, what are we doing here, right? Now, what is he throwing here? Why is he throwing this? He has a clean pocket. Nobody's in his face. Nobody's rushing him. There's no reason for him to rush and throw this bad pass. He throws it into this. This could have been another interception. Can you imagine a 3-interception Will Howard game versus Michigan? There's no way they don't bench him. Because this is another example. I mean, everybody's bracketed. Now you got this DB down here at the bottom of the screen with Tate, who's probably going to break open. Howard found himself throwing it to the wrong guy at times. At times, he found himself not really finding the right matchups. I think Howard was kind of like sluggish in this game. It felt like a warm-up. It felt like they were in warm-ups. Great job by 7 here. On top of it, Michigan kept everything in front of them. I did not see any deep passes in this game. I didn't see any deep passes. Nice to see Fielding make a field goal here. Now, Michigan might not stretch the field, but he's anticipating. He did a great job seeing that he was going to be wide open, and he threw him open, and they got themselves a first down. Got themselves from the 20 to about the 40. Donovan Edwards doing a great job, getting about a good 6 yards. Now, here's something that I have in mind, right? Now, consider this. This is a hard game to play. Okay, I'm going to get back to that thought in just a second. Love the fact that Michigan puts Orji in the game, and they don't try to force him in the game. They know that they need something. It's a 3rd and 3. He reads this really well. He comes up to the line of scrimmage like he's, that's where it was probably prepped to go. But he's so quick with his bounce outside, he's able to actually make it happen. Ohio State's overplaying it. And on top of the fact that they're overplaying it, Caleb Downs, love how physical he is. I love that he's always willing. But he comes down here and he ends up making contact with 44. But that's what allows Orji to jump outside and get this big run. He didn't keep contained. And now if you give Michigan at least one play of like 30, 40 yards, they're good to go because they don't mind going a good 5, 10 yards. That's what they do. It's one thing that Oklahoma did against Alabama last week. And the reason why they won that game is because they came in there focused on stopping Jalen Milroe. That was the plan. And they always kept contained. He didn't stay on top here. He's so focused. 6, Sonny Styles, I think is his name. He's so focused on this contact, he went in for doubles. He went in for a double. He went in for some more. All the while, Orji done popped it outside. They lucky Orji didn't score on this. If it wasn't for the fact that Caleb Downs tracked him down. Another 6-7 yards. They'll take it easy. Head of schedule, too. That's on first down. Boom. Another first down. 6. He got 5-6 guys he carrying. Now, like I was saying, you gotta keep in mind, this is a very hard game to play. And especially during this time, too. This was Thanksgiving weekend. You know, the NFL, these guys are professionals. So by this time, they older. They probably got their routine down pat. These get some young dudes. Family want to come see them, especially before the big game. So my thing is, and we're going to get into this interception. My thing is, how did Ryan Day prepare his team for this game? How did he prep them for this game? This is a big game. I believe that Michigan played this game like they wanted to win this game. They wanted to improve on their season. They wanted to keep improving as a team. They didn't start off as strong as Ohio State did, blowing out all that lower competition. No, they started off playing against Texas. So they found out something about themselves very early on, and then they had to figure out what the hell they was about to do. Because they had an idea of what they were, but they needed to figure it out. And it was tough sledding against Texas. So now you get that game. Michigan is trying to get better and better, game in and game out. Ohio State is now in this mindset where it's, let's do Thanksgiving. Ohio State is playing this game. You could see it on this throw in particular. They're playing this game like this is a walkthrough. Their whole game, except for a couple of their players. But I think they didn't get something out of the OC, and I think there's something they didn't get out of Will Howard. Maybe it's not the OC. I'm going to say it's the OC because they can talk to these quarterbacks. They can help these quarterbacks settle down. But look at this play in particular. Will Howard, this is trippy to me. This is 39. And he drops back like this is not 39 from his own red zone. And as far as I'm concerned, this is not the red zone because you're on your side. This is the dead zone. You got to get up out of this space. And from the OC perspective, 3rd and 9, why not spend the first 2 downs trying to just make it an easier 3rd down? Instead, it's so easy to just run the ball. I get why they were having some success with the run. But now you end up with this 3rd and 9, and now you're going to go ahead and try to throw it here when you're up 3-0. A lot of confidence in Will Howard. So nice to show that you have confidence in him, but I think it's also a walkthrough state of mind. Because Michigan is screaming. They're trying to come get you. This is the second quarter now, and I think you should be able to see the way their corners have been playing you. Michigan is playing everything from over the top. They're keeping everything in front of them, and they're coming down and making a play on it. This is not the right person to throw it to, first of all. It seems like, I think this is Tate he tried to throw it to. He rounds this off. Okay? So he got 2 outs. Tate is running a deep out, and so is Jeremiah Smith. That would have been where to go with this. Because, look at how Jeremiah breaks on this. A lot more shallow. He gets that up here by the numbers and the sideline. First down. He's your fastest wide receiver. He's going to break faster. He's going to help you get the ball out faster. That's where you need to go with the ball in a time like this. Tate rounds this off. Not sure why they're moving with such sluggishness, with such chill behavior, like they're not in the dead zone. But that's what they're doing here. Great play by the corner. Great play by the corner to be able to stay in bounds here and to try to get this into the end zone. Wish he would have got that tutty. Love it, though. Hall gets the pick, and I think the coach has so much to do with it. He's got his guys playing tough. The defensive coordinator, Sharon Moore, as well. He's making there's no way they practice lightly. They might have did something for Thanksgiving. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something together, but they are playing together. And it's pretty apparent. You could see it on a play like that. He's crowding the wide receiver. He's all over him. If the receiver runs a better route, then he might not be in that spot. But they were focused on playing everything from over the top and keeping everything in front of them. Every time one of these wide receivers touch the ball, I don't never see a play where the wide receiver gets a chance to face the corner up and make a play. Now, Judkins, he came with some fire. He was ready. Some more plays like that, trying to get him the ball, I think would have been a great idea. Found the space right here. They found the space, and here they are. They're matriculating down the field. This was prime Ohio State right here. Now, they were able to stretch the defense on certain plays. I think they were able to stretch the defense right here because of the success Judkins just had. Because as you see, they get all that misdirection. They hold the linebackers up a bit, and that allows the wide receivers to get behind them a little bit more and create a little bit more space for some passing lanes to really be created. And that's where he gets this, because he got the corner all the way up there by him. They're still trying to bait him on the run. But 35 is all over Jeremiah. He said, ain't no way in hell I'm about to let you face me up and try to take off like this is the Bowling Green game. I saw that game. We studied. All over him. I am your holster. Jam the gun. Jam the gun. You're not taking off on me. I was watching 3 games at the time, so I didn't really realize that all this took place. It's pretty crazy that I missed this. But this was the precursor. He was all over Jeremiah. Jeremiah was on their sideline, and somebody from Michigan sideline probably set this off a little bit too. Now, play like this. Here we go. I don't like this. I hate this. I hate this. Judkins just popped off for about a good 25-yard run, and now you're trying to run Will Howard like he's Lamar Jackson or like he damn Josh Allen. So I don't like this. You faking it to a back, and then he's trying to run this? Why? I think they got the wrong idea of Will Howard. I think Will Howard might even have the wrong idea of himself. Michigan's all over this, man. I mean, look at the beginning of this play. Look at this play at the very beginning. This is 3rd and 3. This is 3rd and 3. And look how close Michigan is playing to this line of scrimmage. I mean, everybody's accounted for. There's a guy on everybody. But honestly, it's probably a play like this on 3rd and 3 where Ohio State should have been trying to go deep with the ball. This is probably where they should have went deep with the ball. And this is, you got the second quarter now. So you've had a couple possessions on offense to see how they're playing you. But why not go deep right now? This is probably the perfect time to go deep. Jeremiah Smith, take off right now. That's much better than trying to run with Will Howard against a defense that's fast and aggressive and playing very close to the line of scrimmage, playing very close, trying to keep everybody honest, trying to keep your receivers in front of them. This is the perfect opportunity to get behind them. And he ended up getting knocked out the game on this play. I hate this call. I hate this call. Judkins should get it. Are you kidding me? Why the hell are we running Will Howard? He's the one who's running all the plays on offense. He runs all the plays. Look at Judkins. Look at this energy. You mean to tell me you don't want to give it to him? Him? What are we doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing, Ryan Day? Egbuka was open. He didn't wait. He got anxious and went right back with his legs. Egbuka was open. He just had to let it progress a little bit. And this is all part of coaching. This is all part of scouting. Because when you scout these players too, and you know, oh yeah, if I get Egbuka running behind him, yeah, Egbuka will get behind him. He's faster than that guy. These are notes that you make. These are notes that you can notate. So that you can already go in the game knowing that you got certain keys that you can lean on. But instead, Howard got anxious and just took off running. I think you can run, but you don't need to run. Throw that ball, man. This is what I do like about Kyle McCord. Now, let's talk about this play. Howard got greedy. He got greedy. You got to get a first down. This is what Michigan is good at, even though they're not consistent enough. That's what they can focus on because they don't got all the firepower. You got to get a first down. Now, you got 3rd and 7, which you wouldn't have had if he would have actually waited on Egbuka or just threw it open with a little bit of anticipation. 3rd and 7 here. Jeremiah Smith is bracketed. Triangle. Sharon Moore done brought the Chicago Bulls over to Michigan Wolverines. Now, one thing I love is, first thing the safety does is he gets out and covers over the top of Jeremiah Smith. The DB is all over Jeremiah Smith, all in the hip pocket, ready to dance. So they're focused on taking him away. And even this DB right here, he's also focused on trying to be close to Jeremiah. 15 gets out right away, and the first thing he does is locate Egbuka. I would have loved it. This is something that I think Travis Hunter and Shador do really well. They try to read the defense and see what they're doing and then try to run custom routes, read routes. Would have loved for Egbuka right here to slip and try to get beyond the defense right here because they're so focused on Jeremiah. That would allow the defense to just kind of get sucked into this area over here by the 10-yard mark and for Egbuka to slip behind one of these backers. Look at all this space. Look at all this space. That right there is something that you want to try to get at, but They weren't focused on that. I feel like they're in their walkthroughs. They're just running routes right now, and they don't look sharp. They don't look sharp. Now, this route right here, Will Howard got greedy because this is not open. This is not open. As a quarterback, you're taught commonly that right here, you take the underneath or the over the top based on what the corner does. And look at the corner. He's sinking. He's dropping back. Yeah, he's trying to take away the underneath, but he's dropping back because he's trying to be able to be in position for that. So if he's not playing this hard, then that means that you got to look elsewhere. But instead, Will Howard really tries to fit this in, and there's not enough room here. He needs more field to complete this pass. He threw it way out of bounds. He needs more field to complete this pass. He needs a whole another 2 yards over there so he can get a chance for that to be a completion. Now let's talk about this. This missed field goal. Is this not walkthrough energy? Was he not kicking in the cold this whole time? Was he not prepping for this kind of weather and these kind of scenarios? One thing Sharon Moore said in his post-game press conference was that they put their kicker through all kinds of scenarios. And you're going to see their kicker pop up on this drive right here and get them the 10 points that they held all the way through the damn fourth quarter until they got another field goal. But they got a 50-yard kick from their kicker, Zavada. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a credit card. Zavada, 54-yard attempt. That's league energy. Big kick energy. Big kick energy. Okay, so now you got this 2-minute drive, and Ohio State moving with this timing, I think is good for them. I think it also might be throwing Michigan off a little bit, that they kind of know that Ohio State's going to be moving quickly. I think Ohio State does well moving quickly because they're so explosive. But you see, again, bracketed. Bracketed. As soon as he touched the ball, he didn't get a chance to face up and do nothing special. Bracketed. Triangle. This is another example how this is just warm-up energy. Will Howard, what kind of throw is this, man? This is a deep ball. It's a deep ball Jeremiah Smith is running. And the fact that he's trying to fight back inside like that, I appreciate, because, you know, you want wide receivers that'll make a play on the ball regardless of how it's thrown. But this is supposed to be thrown on the outside. It's such a bad ball that it just gives up warm-up energy. This is just the kind of energy that you just in your sweatpants and y'all just throwing passes. And here we go with this touchdown. I'm so glad Ohio State scored. I'm really glad they scored and made it a game. And this is just one of those, you know, y'all finna get physical. I'm going to get physical too. So I was talking to somebody about this with the BYU and Utah game. Like, you know, within that first 5 yards, you're allowed to get physical. So he should be allowed to get away with this, but every ref doesn't call it the same. I mean, and he does it so quick that he doesn't linger on the contact, and he doesn't push him like he's trying to be aggressive. He pushes him like, get out of my way. I'm running a route here. Everything right in front of him, bracketed. Look at that, 4 or 5 guys around him. Bracket. Triangle. Got the first down, though. Ohio State, they had some success. Now, this is in the third quarter. Again, what is he running it for? Why not a direct snap to Judkins, who's been successful? What are we doing here? They're trying to, like, use Judkins as a way to throw the defense off. Why are you using Will Howard for this when he takes all the snaps in practice? This is a bad choice. In Ohio State, I think they empower Will Howard to do this too much, and I think that's why he ran when he ran against Oregon at the end of that game there. It's good to know that he can run, but I think they need to really work with him so that he tries to stay in that pocket to throw the ball down the field, because he got the best tandem of wide receivers. They definitely top 5. Now, here goes another one. He late on this throw. Right now. He's supposed to have that ball in his in his area right now. This ball should be getting to his hands right now. It shouldn't be behind the line of scrimmage. It's behind the line of scrimmage right now. So he's late on this throw. He got Jeremiah Smith down here. Who he can use as bait and just stare at him. And everybody's going to go over there because they know Jeremiah Smith is trouble and he fast. But he's not throwing anything. He's not throwing anybody off. He's looking at the same person the whole way. And that's why it's constantly a bracket, constantly a triangle. Michigan's looking at everything he's doing. Howard is in warmups. And I don't know if the coordinators are saying anything to him, but I don't really see Howard looking anybody off or trying to do anything special back there. And that's why he almost threw that pick. But don't worry, it'll be the opportunity will show itself back up. Judkins again. This is why I'm saying, why would you run Howard? Look at his energy. There's no way if I'm a coach and I see this energy, I'm trying to have Will Howard run. He's so explosive. It's ridiculous. Even though that's just 4 yards, I like that better than giving it to Will Howard. Got it to the sticks. First down. Looking good, right? Another handoff. 13 brought the pads. Michigan brought the pads in general. These DBs are bringing the pads, all of them, consistently. Michigan played so aggressively. I love it. And then what we got here? He got time. This is a terrible throw. He had time. Now I think he got Egbuka with a little rub route here, and he tried to get it inside this bracket. The throw should be thrown right now. Now, zip this in there right now, and Egbuka can catch this and get upfield a little bit. Now. Instead, he saw it, waited until he saw it, and then threw it. And Michigan has had this triangle bracket the whole game. Interception. Michigan did such an amazing job. The DBs came to play. These DBs were playing like linebackers and safeties. Their team was in unison, and this defense really kept them in the game. Michigan's defense, I love this play by Caleb Downs. I mean, come on. He's my pick for the Thorpe Award winner. Sophomore and all. They might not give it to him because he's a sophomore. They might give it to somebody else, but this is just such a great football play. First of all, he's just doing a great job playing the man, playing the quarterback, and then just making a play on the ball despite it still being in the vicinity to potentially for the receiver to catch it. Sometimes plays like this happen and the pick can't be made. The pick doesn't get made because guys get caught up with trying to make a play on the man. But he's playing the man and the ball. Special. He's a sophomore. I think this guy reminds me of Ed Reed. And so that's what we got right now with Will Howard. I mean, let's push the ball down the field. Crowd is booing. I mean, Michigan's playing too. This ain't just about what Ohio State can do. Michigan is playing too. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I truly believe Sharon Moore and these boys wanted to win this game and they focused on it. Look at this, another miss. What was he doing this Thanksgiving? I feel like Michigan trained this week like they want to win. It feels to me like they had a Thanksgiving between the team. I gotta imagine it's hard when you got people in town who want to see you. And look at that, Caleb Downs got his head in there like he a linebacker or edge rusher. God, I love this guy, man. That's the kind of player I want on my team if I'm a GM. Great throw here. Don't know who this Warren guy is, man, but he is making some throws, man. He is an interesting football player. He is a very interesting football player and great catch. Oh, I'm saying Michigan, this is what they do. They make these kinds of plays so they can try to move down the field and win games. Now, they done won 7 games this season now, so this win wasn't no accident. They done won more than they lost. Good play. He had somebody open, but good play. First down. That's what they do. He had the wheel route back there. But great play. Held on to it. I don't like this right here. A little too much trickery for me. Too much trickery for my taste. No, just give me a quarterback and I'm good. But hey, but what I'm saying though is look at Ohio State. Look at this play that he made on the ball. Look at the play he made on the ball. This is like warm-ups energy. First of all, why is 10 looking in the backfield? Why was 10 looking in the backfield at 12? It's two other defenders there. He let this man just run by him because he's looking in the backfield. And now he's not going to make a play on the ball because he doesn't know it's coming because it was so underthrown. But this is just giving warm-up energy. Ohio State just everybody doesn't look like they have it. Judkins does. Again, Jeremiah does. The receivers, Egbuka, Tate rounded it off on that one route. But, he's been playing pretty well. Downs has been playing pretty well. There's some guys on the defensive line, the linebackers that are playing really well. They've stopped them a couple times that, you could see it. 4th down on a couple times. Stopped them right here on 3rd down. Made them kick this field goal. So it's not like this defense was just playing terrible. Ohio State's defense kept them in the game. Ohio State's offense is where the challenge is. And I think that's in Will Howard. That's where you got to answer that question. Just bad throw here. Warren's just got to get more reps. More reps. I hope they hammer that in the film room this week. I hope they talk about that. Just need more reps. He saw it, though. That's what's important. He saw the man, and then the next most important thing is making that throw. But he saw it, and you got to really appreciate the fact that, okay, he knows where it's at. Great play by 33, though. Sawyer. I know he thought he won the game for them, taking his helmet off like that. Look at that. DBs up here making the tackle within 4 or 5 yards. Take a note, Colorado. I don't like this. 3rd and 5, there's something down the field. There's something down the field. There has to be. I believe it. I believe it. Looks like a cover 2, maybe. And this right here, what Jeremiah Smith does right here, I want Jeremiah Smith to just start. These guys need better rapport. This is warm-up energy. Because where's the craftiness? Where's the, okay, they're watching me. Let me try to do something else. Will Howard was looking at Jeremiah. That wasn't there. First of all, Jeremiah didn't run to the sticks, though. Let's make a note of that. Jeremiah did not run to the sticks. So I don't know if I want to say that's a freshman thing here or if that's just a bad energy thing, or that's something that you got to also credit to the DB, putting hands on him. He put hands on him. And when people put hands on you, sometimes it makes you try to separate when you can. But the fact that Jeremiah Smith is about to stop here, that means that you could probably get this right here behind him. So it's open right now. He got to throw that right now, and he has to throw it in such a beautiful way. But Will Howard hasn't been throwing the ball that well, and this is what he decides to do. I don't think they can afford this because you're over here in the dead zone right now, and then you're going to give the ball back to them. But it's 10-10. You got to get some points. You're Ohio State, and you're not scoring. I mean, even that game last week against Indiana, I didn't think Ohio State did all that much. I thought Indiana lost that game on some special team stuff. Special team stuff, they gave up 2 touchdowns specifically. But Indiana came out that game ready to play too. This right here, I mean, they didn't make they didn't make the tackle when they could. One spotlight I got to put is on this wide receiver. I mean, this block job right here. I mean, look at this. Let's dance. Come with me. No, come with me. He opened that up. And he didn't know that was going to happen. Let's just be real. Because this play was, look at where this play was destined for. That's where it was destined for. His wide receiver was out there blocking, though. So Michigan really was ready for this game in a different kind of way. I know they prepared for this game. The way Sharon Moore talked about it, what he said, how they prepped, how he was hammering things into people's minds. Look at this. He had his hands on them. 2 guys had their hands on him. 33, Sawyer, the guy who just made that interception, blew his load on that interception. They thought they won. Look at everybody back there jogging. Ohio State is moving like they are in practice, like this is warm-ups. Let's just be real. Do they really look like they expect to win this game? Do they really look like they're the best team? If you say that they do, you know you're lying. Stop playing. Ryan Day right here with the substitution. With the 12 men on the field penalty. I mean, come on, dog. 1 minute, 54 seconds. You're not ready for this. You're not ready. If anybody not ready, it's you. These guys these guys match you. And let's be real. Ryan Day might have wanted a Thanksgiving too. Maybe don't want to be obsessed. Maybe he don't want to be obsessed. Maybe he want to really vibe with his family and kick it. And they expected to win this game. Your team's going to resemble you. They can try to overcome that a bit, but they're going to resemble you. So they overcome it with their stars. I need better effort right here. I need you to dive. I need you to really lay out and try to get that. Don't just run to see if you can get there. Lay out and try to get that. Because that's a big moment right here. Ain't but 45 seconds. Now let's talk about these last 45 seconds. Howard steps up in the pocket, throws it to the line of scrimmage. Now let's just look at the defense right quick. Okay. So right now, somebody's open right here, right now. Right now. That's Tate. So that was open. And Howard, yes, there's pressure, but right now, that's where it needs to go. Right now. He's throwing it somewhere, though, right now. So this is just where his mind went. His mind went to the safety valve. I think he felt that pressure, and he said, let me get the ball out of my hands and get it by the sideline. That's clearly what's happening here. Sideline throw. Throws it away. So that was 5 seconds. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Another sideline throw by the line of scrimmage, 5 seconds. Just went from 45 to 35, and now it's 3rd down. You ain't even moved the ball down the field yet. All his throws in this game went from about the line of scrimmage to 20 yards. He did not push the ball down the field not once. Not really. And here we go. 3rd and 9. I don't know what he threw here. I don't know what this was. Now he needs to let it go right now. Right now. The reason why I say that is because by the time he lets this go, look where he threw it. He needs another 2-3 yards. Again, he needs more field. This is warm-up energy. The Buckeyes were dealing with these young men who are trying to figure out how to get their schedules working in sync with their families and friends for Thanksgiving. And then they're being told that they're going to go to the Big Ten title game, and everybody just expects them to. Nobody really talked about Ohio State losing this game. Nobody did, because they were expected to win this game by 3 touchdowns. So nobody talked about that. Nobody expected that. I highly doubt they expected that. Ryan Day fed into the success as well, being ranked number 2, feeling like they got their groove now after having just beaten Indiana pretty well. You get to smelling yourself and thinking that, like, that's who we are. But it's not. You got to be that every day. And I'm pretty sure they didn't show up for every single day of work this week like every day mattered. I think they went into some of those days like, we expect that we are going to be the kind of team and are the kind of team that knows that it matters and can make it matter. But I think they really dropped the ball here. They dropped the ball. When they let Kyle McCord go, I think they missed out on the type of quarterback that would have stayed in the pocket and would have got rid of the ball and would have thrown it to those targets. Those targets can get more opportunities. That now allows Judkins and 32 to get more carries. I think this team resembles the Detroit Lions a lot with Kyle McCord. With Will Howard in there, no, now you're looking at that's a completely different offense now. And I don't think they have the right quarterback for the offense that they have. This is not anything against Will Howard. Will Howard is probably a much better quarterback after a much better week of practice. But I don't think they can just be winging it with Will Howard. I think you could wing it with a guy like Cam Ward because he's got that kind of energy. But, his play style is like that. He's an artist. But, he's going to make certain plays last longer so he can make a throw, not so he can run down the field and get 4 yards. He knows the difference between one of his weapons getting the ball and him taking off for 4 yards. So, again, I think Michigan prepped for this game like it mattered more. They really had a game plan, and I think Ohio State expected to win. I think you do got to look at Ryan Day and consider really making a coaching change because you have some of the most highest paid players, some of the best players as well. Michigan's making a run at some of the best players now moving forward. So now next year they expect to have a quarterback that they want to be able to probably push the ball down the field with. And so what then? What then? What's the plan then? Where do you go from Will Howard? Because you're not making Will Howard work now. You done lost 2 games, 2 big games, 2 Big Ten games. So they were both conference games at that. And this one that you didn't think that you would have to lose or should lose or would lose. So I think you really got to look at Ryan Day. This is not just from the standpoint of coming for everybody's job, but he's had that job for a long time now. And he really ain't been able to get this win. So, and then, you know, he lets go of Kyle McCord. He lets that go while building this team. Because what? He thinks he needs a running quarterback? No, man, you got these weapons. You really don't got to get caught up in all that. But look, man, good game. Glad I broke it down. If you got to this part of the video, I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking here and rocking with me. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, now see that right there would make my night. Take it easy. Peace.